so good to see you guys here tonight. How are we doing? It's so good to just be here. Like, y'all, it has been a day, and it's just so nice to just be here and be present with one another, y'all. If this is your first time, welcome to y'all, I can't even talk tonight. Welcome to Planning Together, where every week I invite a friend on to share with us just how they are organizing your life and your heart and all the things. And y'all, I'm just so excited to have my friend Saray here with us tonight. If you do not know who Saray is, let me tell you, she not only is like really big on planning, but she's also big on budgeting and lifestyle hobbies. And she joined the planner community back in 2015. And not only that, but she was born and raised in Havana, Cuba, and moved to the United States when she was 10 years old. And ever since she was young, she has always loved pens and paper. And right now she lives in New Hampshire with her and her husband of 8 years, y'all. So help me welcome Saray Plans to Planning Together. What's up, Saray? You look so cute with your tea and your hair and your necklace, like.
Listen, this is when I'm about to kick the computer. It goes flying out, and then we just keep rolling because I'm just awkward like that. You should see my setup here. It's something to see.
Listen, I'll be like, my setup is literally, there's a light, and literally I use a chair as like my desk situation.
Mm-hmm. So, we're sitting on a trash barrel right now.
It's not all glamorous. It's not.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hey, listen, Myra. Yes, I love that song. Yeah.
I know. I was like.
It's like, I always like, it hypes me up, which is why I got to play it beforehand.
I love it.
Yes. Listen, this is what it is. Like, I told Saray, as soon as she like got in here, I was like, oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. So beautiful. And like Nuseba said it. Yes, she's so gorgeous. I agree.
You guys are just too much. I can't. No. Where are my fan people? Like, oh my God. Thank you, Kat. I saw the comment about your headache. I hope you feel better. But thank you. I'm so glad that you're here.
Yes, y'all. We're so glad that you're here. Saray, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself that maybe I didn't include in your bio for our people who are just maybe get introduced to you?
Yeah. So, hi, everybody. Saray Bailey, main name Castro. So there's a little Cuban connection. Yeah, my Bailey last name is from my husband. So, no, I mean, you covered a lot of things. So yeah, we currently live in New Hampshire. I was born and raised. Well, I was born in Cuba, but then I was raised in Massachusetts. So in a town called Hyde Park, which is kind of like Greater Boston area. So I went to school in Boston, and my grandparents still live there. So that's where whenever you see on my planet, I'm go visit grandma. It's the house where I grew up. And we moved here in '97. So now it's hard to believe that I've been living here now most of my life compared to my hometown, but my home country. But I love it. And New England is such a beautiful area that I mean, I guess I'm a little biased, and you can probably say that about anywhere we all live, but I just don't see myself living anywhere else. It's just so beautiful here. I love it. And we do all the outdoor things. We go hiking, we love biking, and we do all that.
Okay, I just have one question though. Since you're like in the New England area, are you a Patriots fan?
Yeah, great question. So I am, I guess, because it's the default team, and only because I'm not like a huge sports person. Okay. I flunked gym, guys. I flunked gym class. I'm not. It's funny because, when they say like opposites attract, it's the truth. My husband is like the sporty person. Like, he still plays hockey. He's, pretty active, and I'm pretty active myself, but I'm more like individual sports type of person. Only because, growing up, I don't know, I always felt like a little self-conscious in gym class, and, I don't know. It was just a little weird. So I didn't enjoy gym class. So I've never been like huge in sports. And it's funny, like I always joke around, like whenever I do go to sporting events, and when we used to be able to, and whenever I would just scream and go with the crowd. You know, wherever they were doing, I was doing. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh my God. Okay, so for my people who are football fans, y'all can go ahead and rip your teams. I see someone said go Chiefs. All right. I'm a Colts fan because I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Yes, Myra. Listen, Myra and me are on the same page. Me and Myra live in Ohio, and we're always like complaining about Ohio. So yes, Myra, I agree. So yeah, I always have to ask that Patriots because me and my family, we don't really. The Patriots aren't our favorite.
Yeah. And I mean, now that Brady's gone, I guess it takes not that I love him either, but I mean, people are going to have my head after I said that. But I mean, we still have people that are still crying about it around here. So, I mean, I think I don't know, it just, COVID, and it's taken all of that excitement away too from the sporting events. So, and it's funny, I joked this, I think I said this on one of the Plan With Me's that I did. I still put the Patriots schedule on my planner, but only so that I can plan my grocery store hauls. That's because it's packed. It's packed.
Oh my goodness. That makes sense though. That makes sense. I was like, why are you putting it? But if you have to plan it around your grocery store visits. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. We're done talking about football. We are planners. We came to talk about planners. So let's talk about some planners. Saray, have you always been a planner?
Oh my God, yes. I've always been around paper somehow. I remember when I was a kid, I almost set my room on fire because I was playing with papers and there was a lighter around somewhere. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So, but crisis averted. I grew out of that, but I was always around planners. I always loved paper. And I think probably since I was in probably middle school, that's when I started, I'd get a little extra allowance and I could go to the store, and my favorite was always the office supply store, or I would always go to how Barnes and Noble has that section, which is so much bigger now.
Like the Bando planners.
Yes. So I remember when I was a kid and I would go to the bookstore, and back then it was Borders. I'm like dating myself now. So there was
Borders.
Yeah.
And Walden, was it Walden's? Wasn't there a bookstore called Walden's?
I think there was a W. There was a W store somewhere.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So they all had their little area of little knickknacks and office stuff, but now it's so much bigger. I went the other day and there's a whole section full of just planner stuff, and it's just unbelievable. I'm I wish I had all this selection when I was growing up. I only had a few things to choose from.
Yeah.
But then and then it was always the boring stuff Franklin Covey is all right, but it was kind of boring. There's no mid-century circles. So I would always have a planner. I used the Dayminder stuff, the little thin one too. Yeah. So always had a planner.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah.
Walden books. I remember Walden books.
Yes. Okay. I remember going there with my mom. Just in the mall, there was a Walden's bookstore, and I remember just loving going there. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what is your current planner stack looking like, Saray?
Current planner stack.
So and if you have them, we would love to see them.
Yes. So I have my life planner.
Okay.
Technically, and we're going back and forth. I'm like, should I count this as one or two? Because it's a Franken planner.
Okay,
so I have my weekly view. So here's I'll just show you a week. So I have a week here. And then I have a daily as well built in.
Your daily layouts are so amazing. Just go ahead and bring it a little bit closer to the camera. Oh. Just go ahead. So we all can just marvel.
Here y'all go.
You look so pretty. I was like, how do people decorate dailies? And you just...
Yeah, it can be. At first, it was a little intimidating because there's so much room, and I feel like I use a ton of stickers just to fill up some of the room. But I still try to keep it somewhat functional as well. So yeah. So that's my 1-2 planner, and then this one, it's making its debut soon.
Okay.
A binder.
Oh, okay. Okay. And is this the monthly deluxe?
This is the monthly, yeah. So this is the insert, and it's still brand new. Just came in maybe a week ago, but I've been a little busy, so I haven't gotten around to getting it out. But it is the monthly layout and the binder. It is absolutely beautiful. And part of the reason why I got it, like everything's falling apart. It's not in here, but part of the reason why I got it is to use it for content planning.
Okay.
So that's going to be the purpose. And while I'm at it, I might start to play around with it to see if that's something that I want to do in 2021, because the Franken planner thing wasn't too bad. I could definitely do that next time, but I love being able to take the pages in and out of the thing. So maybe, who knows?
Yeah. Okay. And then there's one more that you have, right?
Oh yes, there is. It's somewhere. It's back there. So I have one petite folio that I use my meal planner. I use a wellness planner, on and off, and my budget planner.
Okay. So many things. Okay. So y'all, for people who may not know, she has a folio, and it's like multiple planners in one.
Yeah. Let me grab it.
Go ahead and grab it. First off, why is your office so amazing? Like,
girl, that's because I don't have you. You ain't seeing the stuff, the real stuff.
She has her bookshelves, her stickers, her You come help me.
So here's the folio, which you can fit 4 planners here. So I have the first one is the budget, because I use this one a lot. So this one, and I've sort of I've customized this one to work for like how my brain works.
No, those are your stickers, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
We gotta talk about that. Okay, we gotta talk about that and your handwriting and all the things.
This is the wellness planner. Don't look at the date.
Okay.
I've been going on and on. We're not gonna zoom in that much. Okay.
We ain't bringing this one up.
So this is the wellness one, and I just kind of use it as intended. And that's helped me a lot, actually. And then the other one is the meal planner. So I'll show you on this one, right? Like color coded it.
Oh my gosh, your handwriting.
And then I just have a regular notebook that's empty here now, just to
Oh my goodness.
in here. So yeah, that's my current planner stack.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Julie, you need to chill with your Patriots for a second. We gonna come back. No Patriots. Okay. Okay, Kat, she let us, she said, show us the handwriting. Let's talk about it. You have just released your own font.
Oh my gosh. Having a moment here. Yes, I have. And well, it's not fully out yet. So Friday, you'll be able to download it on the shop. But I see that Jen is in here. So I have to give her a huge shout out, because I've been I think, and she can totally relate. We're going back and forth, the emotions and the feelings and just the overall excitement. And it's something that, just like her, I wanted to do for a long time. And I just kept, getting into obstacles, and things weren't coming out right. And I'm like, I'm just not going to do something that's mediocre. So she came to the rescue, and I could not be happier that it's finally done. And now when people say, your handwriting should be a font, or would you make your handwriting a font already? I can say, well, it's already there. Because I felt so bad that I didn't have anything like that. So I'm glad. I am so overwhelmed with the positive response that I've received. It's just amazing that, so many of you guys like my handwriting, and it wasn't always like that. I have to tell you, I've practiced a lot. I am a serial writer, I guess. Things people ask me, how did your handwriting got so good? Or and you can even, and I kind of archive some of the old IG posts, but I'm going to start bringing them back so that you can see the progression of the handwriting, because it wasn't always like that. And it's just finding a style that you like and just sticking to it, no matter how tempting it is to switch it up. And that's something that I struggle with too in the past. So I, stuck to it. And the more obviously that you practice, the better it gets. But like I'll sit, sometimes we're watching TV and I'll just rewrite whatever I'm hearing on TV as practice. So if I'm watching a program, I'll just rewrite the same line that they just said a bunch of different times. And that's how I practice while still watching TV or like doing something other mindless stuff.
Oh my God. Okay. We just got some handwriting tips, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to say, how long would you say it's taken you to like nail down your particular font style?
I'd probably say close to 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, close to 2 years. I think I took a little bit of a break early 2019. I needed to go find myself. It's easy, especially in this planner world. It's easy to get lost in like the comparison game, and it's a struggle sometimes too. And I took a little bit of a break, and I'm like, okay, I need to reassess. So I kind of figure out my own style. What did I really like? What did I enjoy seeing that I could create myself? And then admire others' work. So that was early 2019. And then I started like just saying, okay, no matter what I see out there, I'm not going to let myself be influenced, and not in that way, not to copy, but rather just to be inspired, let people do what they do because that's them, and just find my own unique style. And I think that's what made the biggest difference.
Oh my goodness. That's just so cool. That's so cool. And I agree. Like everyone's saying how exciting. Jen said she's so happy for you.
Thank you, Jen. Virtual hug, friend. Virtual hug.
I love virtual hugs.
I know, I love her.
How exciting. I always wanted to do that, but no clue where to start. So for someone who is interested in maybe wanting to publish their own font, where would you say they start?
Yeah. So there's, it's funny because I did not find anything like online, but there are apps out there that you can download. There's multiple different apps. So you can look for like creating your own font app, or I don't know. I think the one I used was iFont Maker. So super easy. It's not free. There is a cost to it, but it's minimal. I think it's like $8, and you can start practicing creating your own font. And you just have to be really patient. And it's a little bit hard with, especially at the beginning, because it's, you're writing on an iPad, you're writing on an electronic piece of equipment. So it's kind of hard to get it exactly, but you just keep tweaking it, and you'll get it. So.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool. So did you have to like write it on like your iPad, and then it like took it and?
Yep. And I know that I didn't use I think that there are some covers that you can buy now that are on top of the iPad, so it gives you that paper feel. I didn't use that. I didn't order it or anything, but I just took my time with it. So just, be patient. And every time, so what I would do is I had a piece of paper, and I would just write whatever letter I was trying to write. How do I naturally just write it? Just go through the motion. Then I would just transfer it over to the iPad. So it just kept going back and forth just to get it perfect. And I think I'm out pretty close.
That's so cool. Listen, I agree, Myra. Myra said, Saray, it sounds like you could create a course on creating your own font.
Well, you know what? I'll defer to Jen because, or we can tag team. Happy to do that. We can do a collab on doing that.
Listen, we got a course. We got a course that we need to add to this content.
That would be a lot of fun. I mean, and yeah, it was a little time consuming, but it's great.
And I love that everyone sent yes. Also, I can't wait to do some DIY projects with your font. That's so cool. I just can't wait to see what people do with your font. I'm pretty sure that's probably the cool part, and seeing people use it and put it on. I'm so excited to see it on stickers and poster, because I think it's gonna be so cool and amazing. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see it. And if you do end up getting it and and everyone on the line, use it, tag me on it. I want to see what you come up with. Maybe I can get some ideas of things that I can do with it as well. I'm already like thinking of like labeling everything, although I have quite a few things labeled already with Jen Plan's font.
Her font.
That's all done.
Like,
so I'm gonna have to find other things to label.
Oh my goodness. I think at some point I'm like, is there even going to be a point in me writing in my planner anymore? I'm just going to have everybody else's font and I can just take it and put on a sticker and I ain't got to worry about it no more.
I know. Someone already asked for like a little booklet of like commonly used planner stuff, like words and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But it's so exciting. So I'm so glad that you guys are happy about that.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And I didn't know what you were talking about with the handwriting, but everyone else, people are like, yeah, they totally with practicing and working on your handwriting, do the same writing when like I never thought about that. Just sitting and listening and practicing.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to make anything official on any piece of paper too. Like anytime you're writing something, take the opportunity to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, listen, Jen Plan said
I just saw that. I was like, yes, we have to do something. Because there's so many beautiful like handwriting out there. Like everyone's is so unique. Like you see like all these different styles of writing, and it's just amazing. So I think we need to come up with something so that we can create more fonts and people can, share their talents with their writing. And it's such a personal thing, I think, with the writing. And it's funny because anytime I see a piece of paper on the street, it doesn't matter. Like I'll always look to see the handwriting. I just feel I love seeing all notes that other people have written. Whenever I see someone writing, I don't know, it calls my attention just because I'm like obsessed with just handwriting in general because it's such a personal, unique thing that is just so special. It's like, it's honestly a work of art, like calligraphy, it's an art form that I feel like with, now I'm getting all geeky, like with, digital and industrialization and all that it's kind of like we don't see handwritten notes anymore and we don't see, signature. Like it's like nice to see that. And it's personal. Like one of my favorite things is this journal that my mom had when she was like having me, and she was just writing to me each day, like while she was pregnant. And it's probably like one of my favorite. And it's like, oh, this is how my mom wrote. Like, and then have this high school book. And I'm like, this is what she wrote in I don't know. It's just so personable. It is. It's funny you said that. We can talk about handwriting all night long. I love it. And I forget who said this, but I think I was taking maybe like a calligraphy course or something like that. And they were talking about how in calligraphy or hand lettering, mm-hmm. you're drawing the letters. You're not really writing, you're drawing the letters. And I apply that to the handwriting. And when I take that approach, I just take a more careful approach to the letter so that it comes out more consistent. And I think that's what helps with seeing a little bit more uniformity, even though it's not really uniform. Like my spacing is all over the place, like the whatever the technical terms are. I did the thing, but I don't know what really, I was just following the thing. So taking that approach, I think helped me to have more consistent handwriting. So maybe that's something that it will help someone else as well. If you're trying to improve your handwriting, it's just a matter of just look to draw the letters rather than actually write it. I don't know. I'm feeling very philosophical today. You are. I was like, was that meant to be deep? Because it totally not at all. I'm like, it's so like, that's so true. And it also makes you like stop and actually like think about it and be intentional versus like, Yes, exactly. And I see some of the comments. Yes, that's the first person that came to mind as soon as I said it. Hannah from Hand Can Plan. Her handwriting is gorgeous. And I'm starting to wonder now because I see a very similar handwriting on, it's funny, like I think I saw Planner Kate's calendar, and that font reminded me of Hannah's font or like her handwriting. And I'm like, I wonder if she did something, but I don't know. I'll leave her to confirm. I'm not going to spread any rumors, but yeah. I would love to see her handwriting in a font too. And there's so many others too.
Oh, I love y'all. These comments are so awesome. Yes, handwriting is art. Julie said she already downloaded the app. Listen, we had another
girl. You go get it.
I love dancing. Yes, absolutely. I just get really excited and I have to dance.
Oh, it's so funny. Yes.
Oh, yes. This is so cool.
And I love Julie's handwriting.
I know. Literally, Julie had sent me a card and I showed it to my mom. I was like, look. And I was like, this is her handwriting. She was like, no, it's not. I was like, no, Mom, I'm serious. She wrote this. Look. And my mom didn't believe me until I pulled up Julie's Instagram page and showed her planner. I was like, look, I told you, it's her handwriting.
No, so many pretty ones out there.
So many pretty ones. Okay. So you have a font. First off, where can people get your font at?
Okay, so I'll link it in my bio on Friday. But it'll be in the Etsy shop, so it'll be a listing there.
Okay, so Etsy shop. You have
great plans.
And so you make stickers. How did you start making stickers?
Yeah, so I think right before I got I found the planner community. So I found Jen there was an old layout that she has of like a cleaning schedule. It's like it had like January through December, like JF or whatever. So her cleaning schedule, I found that on Pinterest. So that was the rabbit hole that I went into and I never came out of. So right before I found that picture, I actually had gotten a silhouette cameo, which I still have. That thing's been running for 5 years. And it's awesome. So because I always love crafting and just doing stuff, crafting stuff. So then I didn't realize like you could make stickers with it. And I saw like people making stickers with the cameos. So I'm like, okay, I'll just, make my own stickers. Although I think it's much more fun to buy stickers than to make them. So that's really why I make stickers, so that I could feed my habit of buying stickers.
That's so smart.
It's just
a smart thing to do.
Vicious cycle.
It's just like, let me just make stickers and sell them so I can just buy more stickers from. That's so smart.
I needed to find a way to sustain my habit. So that's how I got into making stickers. And, I had the shop, like, I think it's been open since 2016, but it was on and off, open, close, because, I have a full-time job. So it's very hard to balance it too. But I think I finally figure out a system that works. And, and mainly I did it because I would create things that I couldn't find elsewhere. And folks would reach out to me and say, hey, would you be interested in selling this? Or I would totally buy that from you. And that worked out. So it kind of stuck. And now it's like, people are still interested. So I cannot appreciate that enough. And I'm pretty lucky.
Oh my goodness. That's so awesome. So what kind of stickers do you make? Because I know there's so many different stickers out there.
All kinds. Originally, or not originally, but one of the things that I try to focus on a lot is because I don't think that there is a ton of stuff out there. It was for the petite budget book. So those are definitely the more popular ones. And let me show you. The ones that are the first sort of edit that I made to the book was how I use the spending summary.
Okay.
So in the budget book, there's the page where you could, I don't know which way it is, the page where you can have like the breakdown of the bills, like your upcoming purchases and your goals, money goals. And then there's 4 pages in here that are for a spending summary. Okay. So how this is supposed to be used is that, every time you spend money, you go in here and you track it. Well, I don't do that. It's just too much work because I already have a checkbook register and it would just be duplicating too much information. Okay. So I thought about, okay, how can I repurpose these pages so that they don't go to waste and I can keep track month over month. So what I did was I created the first 2 pages are for sinking funds. And if you're not familiar with sinking funds, Jen got you.
Yes.
She's the queen of budgeting, really. I bow to her. And, it's a way to keep aside money that you're going to need anyway to spend on bigger purchases. Like, for example, our homeowners insurance that's due twice a year. And every time I get paid, I set aside, or every time we get paid, we set aside a certain amount of money towards that sinking fund. And then when the bill is due, we go ahead and pay it. So that those 2 pages serve that purpose. So I do that by pay period. So on this pay period, I think this was 9/24. And then the next one is 10/9. So this one will go on this side, and I just carry it over the balance.
Okay.
And then the other 2 pages, I just repurposed them for my like budgeting by pay period. So if I get paid twice a month, I'll have all of the bills that are going to be paid with that paycheck on this side, and then all the bills that are going to be paid with the other check on the other side. So
I like how you repurposed that.
Yeah. So I made so the point of your question was I made the stickers. So I made the headers that go up here. They're different than what the planner comes with. So the planner says, I think it's like date, description, category, and like the total. So I changed that to say the date, the budget category, the budgeted amount, and the actual that I spent. Or with the sinking funds is like the actual sinking fund, the amount, and what is the current balance.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this has worked well for me. I'm going on to, I think, 2 years now using this system pretty consistently for the most part. And this is the only thing that's worked.
Oh my goodness. I love that you found your system. Like,
yeah. This is like one thing I don't know what I would do without.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Meg. I see y'all. What's up? I'm very curious. Can you guys in the comments let me, do you guys budget by paper or by electronic? And what's Ally Bank? Go ahead and tell me. I don't know what that is. Someone said something about Ally Bank and it helps with.
Oh, I think it's called, is it Ally Bank? Is it the same one?
It's probably Ally Bank. And
I don't know. I thought it was, I don't know. I think, and maybe I've heard this too, maybe Capital One might allow you to have like different buckets. So you can create different bucket categories, electronic bucket categories that you can just dump all of your sinking funds money in there. And then you can just transfer it. I don't know if it's like, let's say you have 5 sinking fund categories. I don't know if it's like 5 separate accounts or if it allows you to break one account into like 5 different categories. So I don't know that for sure, but it sounds like something. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Myra, I'm done with you. I'm
Myra, what budget?
What budget? I'm done with you. Done.
Girl, I'm going to get you over here
and try to get my stuff together. I love seeing this number spreadsheet, budget on paper, but I do yearly budget in Excel. Yes, both. I see a lot of both.
Yeah.
I do both. No judgment. Girl, you want to listen. You are come on. This is the best place to be. Number spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I budget on paper. Yep. But yearly in Excel. I'm starting to dabble in paper budgeting as well as using EveryDollar app. Tell me more about the EveryDollar app because I do everything electronically. So I'm always looking for I just use the numbers because I tried paper.
Yeah.
But my husband wasn't trying to be on one accord with me in this paper system. So
yeah. So the EveryDollar app, and I actually use it from time to time. I think it's great. Well, first you can connect it to like your bank account. So everything just feeds and you don't have to retype everything. The only thing is that there is a little bit of a delay between when the bank talks to the app to when you actually see that transaction. But I love the layout. I think it's pretty user friendly and it's pretty straightforward and simple. I haven't used it in a few months, so I'm sure they've done some new updates. But it's from Dave Ramsey. Have you heard of Dave Ramsey?
Yeah, because I read I didn't know he had an app called Book. Maybe because I just read the book and then I don't really listen to the podcast and keep up with everything. I just read the book, got the gist of it, and like take certain principles and apply it because it's very extreme.
Yeah, a tad.
In a good way. I get it.
A tad. And he might disagree that I do Dave Ramsey-ish type of budgeting.
That's exactly it. I'm very Dave Ramsey Ish.
Exactly. So anyway, so they created that specific app, the $Every app, and I think I haven't used like the other ones. I think is you need a budget, or you need your own budget. I haven't used that one, but a lot of people swear by it. And there is I'm sure a lot of other options, but for like business purposes, I actually do that electronically. So I have a separate thing for that. So just like regular old Excel.
Good old Excel. I remember when we had to take a class on Excel. Do they still take classes on Excel in like school? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Julie said my cloth and paper budget is on paper.
Oh, Julie.
I'm not with y'all. Y'all tonight y'all are cracking me up. Okay. I love a good formula on the Excel sheet. Yes. Electronic. Yes. Yes. Am I the only one I'm so glad you're taking notes, Kat. You go ahead and take notes tonight, because I'm learning so much.
I love Kat.
It's so funny.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Yes.
Hi.
YNAB. You need a budget. Yes.
Oh, I was like, what does YNAB mean?
Mm-hmm.
You need I got it.
I think they teach that stuff in kindergarten. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Okay. So now I want to know, because I love going to your Instagram feed, and there's always something like new that you're doing, or you're just being, Elisa, I'm like, she's so creative. Can you talk about this planner cart that you have like masterly?
Oh, the cart? I don't know. The cart, it's over there somewhere. The cart is my pride and joy. It is it's my baby. I love the cart. It has gone through some edits though, just because it didn't work functionally how I originally intended it. I was keeping a lot of like the binders on the second shelf, and it was hard to take out every single time. So I could do some kind of Cirque du Soleil move to take the binder out.
Pull it up and then twist it. And then
and I'm like, I can't be doing this every time. So I had to rearrange it. So I put the binders, I don't know if you can see it. It's these binders here, the ones that were on the cart. So now I'm thinking I'm like eyeing Julie's cart. Like every so often I go into her stuff and look at her cart.
I'm not I mean, we're planners here. I know I'm not the only one. I'd be like I'll go deep diving into someone's Instagram feed, or I'll scroll certain parts of YouTube videos and be like, "Ooh, what's that?" Like how they
zoom in. Yes. Yes. I know. Yeah, the binder cannot be in the middle of the bottom, especially the bottom. I'm like breaking my back every time I needed to get a sticker.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Cynthia. It's y'all fault that everyone has. I was like, oh, so I guess my little caddy ain't working anymore. I got to go get a bigger cart now.
And I did not realize that it was going to just blow up like that. I'm like, just posted a picture and everyone's like, oh my God, I swear Michael's was probably inundated with people trying to get the cart. So funny.
Julie says she's
doing so many haircuts. Yes. Yeah, Julie.
Yes. Tell her to go get your cart. Yeah, tell her to go get you one. Go get you one.
So funny. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know.
Okay.
Just see that. I don't know where to go. It's somewhere in there.
Okay, so if you move your binders over there, how do you like organize your top to make it more functional for you?
The cart. Okay, so right now I have some stickers that are like file folder style, like hanging folder style with some tabs. So that one's still there. And those are sort of like my miscellaneous, not categorized by shop. And I have some washi, some of like the Happy Planner booklets, because those are kind of hard to store. I haven't found a good system for that yet.
If y'all have a good system for that, can y'all put that on the comment? Because I'm trying to figure out too. Like I have a few books and I'm like, these just don't, where do I put these? Like, because they can't go on the sticker albums that people are coming out with now. And so I'm like, what am I supposed to, like, it's just, come on.
Yes. Cynthia,
What?
she's asking about the Halloween costume. It's in the works. I'm a little behind this year, but coming. I got something. I can't. I don't know if I could spill any secrets.
Yeah, you can.
Let's just say it's planner related. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my goodness. I agree, Lauren. I agree.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Honestly, every single one of y'all on this feed right now are the reasons why.
Did you know that Lauren and I are neighbors? I mean, we live like pretty.
I was going to ask you how far, because y'all were able to meet up and have coffee one day.
Yes.
Like, yes. I'm jealous. I want to live in the area for a season just so I can meet up and have coffee with y'all.
It was so fun. It was so fun. We need to do it, but then COVID happened, so we need to do it again. But it was funny. Small world. I was in Boston with my husband a few months ago. I think was after the pandemic or maybe right before. And we were riding our bikes, and I didn't see Lauren, but she saw me like riding the bike in Boston. And and Boston is not like a huge city, but it's still pretty big. So I was like, oh my God, that's pretty cool. And she recognized me because I had the Mid-Century Circles mask.
That's so perfect. I love that she recognized you.
Yeah, she's like, were you just riding on a bike down the street in Boston? And I'm like, yes. I was on Newbury Street, I think it was. Yeah, so I'm like, such a small world. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I told my husband, he's like, that's unbelievable.
Oh, that's such a good planner memory. I love that. Julie said dress up like a folio.
I might look like a taco, like a very uncomfortable taco. Oh my God. Those will be hard to make those layers up, but
oh my goodness.
That's a good idea.
Jennifer said storing the Happy Planner books in a petite planner storage boxes might help.
Oh.
Like I think Erin Condren came out with the petite boxes.
Yeah, back there, the blue one, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's an option.
That's an option. Might try that.
Okay, so now, y'all, I can talk to Saray all day. If y'all have questions, get those questions ready. But one of the questions that came through my inbox today, it wasn't really a question, but it was more of a comment, so I want you to talk about it a little bit, was Saray is an amazing planner, but her fashion sense is equally amazing. So, girl, tell us, how do you be putting your outfits together? Because I love when you are at the store and you're like, oh, I'm going getting ready for work, and I'm just like, why is she dressed so beautiful? So
to stay home. I was all dressed up, nowhere to go. I don't know. I think it's funny. Like, I feel like I wear the same things, and honestly, sometimes that's why I don't go on camera, because I'm like, these people are going to be like, she got no more clothes. But so I went shopping the other day just because I was feeling some sort of peer pressure that doesn't exist. So I don't know. So I like to mix and match stuff in my closet, and I don't know. I just play around. I never consider myself someone with much of a fashion sense necessarily. I've never bought things that are in, I guess. I'll just wear whatever, and I try to mix and match with what I have. And I feel like at times I don't wear the same thing twice, because I'm always switching the tops and the bottoms. And one of the things that I'm actually trying to get better at is actually rotating my clothes for the seasonal rotation. So I started watching the Home Edit the other day. And
the what? The Home what?
The Home Edit. You haven't heard of the Home Edit?
No, I have not heard of. What's the Home Edit?
You got Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, girl, you're in. So so the Home Edit, it's this show and there's a book out there, and I think they either partner with a Container Store. I feel like they get all that stuff for free on the show from the Container Store. But their idea is that it's just two gals. They go into somebody's home. A lot of times it's celebrities, other times it's regular people, and they'll go through your closet or any area in your home that's kind of out of control, and they'll start editing by either removing, reorganizing. It's a better version, I think, of Marie Kondo. Okay. Because I don't know. I don't know. They just have a different thing, and they organize by color too, like the rainbow color. So like one of the tips I took from them that I want to do in my closet is to organize by category. So like all your tops or all of your cardigan sweaters, which I have a million of them. Julie and I are like twinning with cardigan sweaters. We love cardigans. So take all your cardigans and then organize them by color. And our Roy G. Beeve.
I always wondered, how do people pronounce that?
I don't know. I just thought I'd just throw that out there. So yeah, so my husband, yes, Kat, I'm glad you mentioned that. So my husband actually was the one that put it on. I hadn't even, like, I heard of the Home Edit, but I hadn't even watched the show. And he's like, oh, this looks kind of fun. Let's go ahead and watch it. So he puts it on. We binge watched a few of the episodes, and it was just amazing. The only criticism I guess I have, and I can't even criticize it too much because I haven't seen all the shows, is that I feel like they have so much space to work with. Like, I would want to see a show that it's like an IKEA 300 square foot home, make it work wonders, because we don't all have that sort of space. And I guess anybody could do wonders with a 200 square foot closet. Give me something that's tiny and make it work, maximize it, because I don't use our master closet at all. Like, my husband has the master closet, and the reason why is because I like everything in one space. Like, my office is actually where I get ready. My closet is here. I like everything all in one. So I want to maximize his space. And plus he doesn't like to fold his clothes. So
you just let him have
the door
space. You just let him have that whole space to
the whole thing. Yeah, I just had the whole thing, so I just moved out.
My husband, if you're listening, do you just want to move your clothes to the guest room, and then you just give me the master closet, and then, you know, I could just have that space to myself, and then you can just have the guest room to yourself? You know, that's something we should talk about.
I'll leave him a note.
I'm gonna leave him a note. Hey, let's try this. That's so cool.
Oh yeah. So that worked out, and so then we went to the Container Store and saw all these great things. So I think I have an idea.
The Container Store? No one told me that it would like it. The Container Store is the most organized store I have ever been into.
It was so, it's just amazing. And it's funny because one time I mentioned it to somebody in real life, non-planner folk.
Okay.
That I was going to go to the Container Store. And she's like, a container store? Like, what do they sell there? Containers? And anything you would want for organization and beyond. Even my husband like loved it because they have like a travel section too. Like, you can find all kinds of things for travel, and it's just awesome.
I love the Container Store, and Michaels just needs to sponsor this episode right now because, you know, for real. That's all I'm saying.
Hint.
So speaking of organization and planners, if you could only pick, we'll do organization. You're like,
I'm not good with
if only. Okay. Okay, let's go with organization first. If you could only pick 3 organizational tools that people should have, what would they be?
3 organizational tools. Like not planner, right?
Okay, yeah, not planner related.
Not planner related.
Not
3
planner
organizational tools. Well, I don't know, clear bins.
Clear bins.
Clear bins. From the Home Edit. Clear bins. You know what? Clear bins, pen and paper. That's it. Here's why. Because
Tell me why. I just a little bit closer, like.
So currently we have a 3 bedrooms in our house, and we have a guest bedroom, and there's no closet. I don't have a pantry. There's no storage. Like, my Christmas tree is like in the guest closet. We're working on figuring something out for that, but we're going through organizing all the junk that we have in there. And there is a system that my husband, when he was in college, one of his roommates or somebody he went to college with used. And this person was a little out there, but he was like a genius when it came to this. So all he did to organize all his stuff was to have all these uniform bins. So whether it's clear or whatever color you want, but just everything all uniform that you want to store, and then numbered. So like bin 1, bin 2, bin 3, bin 4. And then you have an inventory sheet of everything that's in each bin. So then you have a master list of things that's in each bin. So if I want my summer clothes, I can say, okay, this is on bin 5. This is all summer clothes stuff. And then I have itemized everything in there. So we're working our way through doing that in our guest bedroom because it's really the only storage that we have. And it's awesome to just have a list that you can just reference and say, is this even in this room? Just look at the master list and be done. So I'm excited about getting that done. It's still a work in process, but yeah.
Okay, so has your husband always been organized too?
Yeah, he's pretty organized too. He's always used some sort of like, he's used a planner, but not like me for sure. Yeah, he's not into stickers and stuff, but he's always had some sort of planner. He's pretty organized. He's more of a, I wouldn't say he's organized in Saray, but he's more like a neat freak when it comes to certain things, like a lot of things. So, and a germaphobe and all these kind of things. So my husband, I lucked out. He's always doing the cleaning. So you don't see much cleaning in my planner.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it does come with some sacrifices. But yeah, so but I'm more organized. Like I'll fold. I take something usually. I take something and I try to put it back in its place. Might not be doing that a whole lot, but when it comes to certain things, I think we all have our own little quirks and our own little, style. So
yeah. I get that. Okay. Shonda, I love what you said. She says don't tell him, just gradually move his things to the other closet as you walk. I'll let you know how that goes, Shonda.
That's funny.
Okay. Now, if you could only pick 5 of your must-have planner supplies, only 5, what would they be?
Sticky notes. My actual planner. Whiteout.
Ooh.
My tool pen. And my stencil. Yeah.
Stencil.
That wasn't so hard.
See, now anybody else who come on the show, I want to hear, no, that was a hard question because Saray just blew it out the park. She was able to.
I was a little intimidated at first just because I was trying to think, but I'm like, what is it that I use like every single week? Or what is it that I cannot do without? Because even in my busiest weeks, like my worst, I can always count on my stencil and a pen and my planner, and I can make it do. I can do a whole spread with that.
Yes. Okay, so I want y'all to start getting ready and telling me the thing that you learned tonight, because I feel like we learned so much from Saray tonight, just between budgeting and font and stickers and just all the things. So I just want to hear the biggest thing that you have learned tonight. And while they're getting that ready, Saray, I want you to give advice to someone who's new to planning. Like, where should they start? Like someone who's just like, I'm trying to get my life a little bit organized and I want to try using a paper planner system.
Yeah. I would say it's important to find your own style and what works for you. So I personally can't use like multiple planners for like the same purpose. Like I can only do one, and I've tried and I've spent a lot of money on other planners too that just haven't worked. So just got to figure out like what works for you. And maybe that means when you first get into planner, as tempting as it is to buy everything at every single shop that you come across, don't. Maybe I know.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Figure out if anyone would, maybe I'm happy to part with planner supplies. Like if anybody ever reached out to me and said, hey, Saray, did you have any, like, I don't know, any stickers or anything that you want to part with? I'm more than happy to do that because I'm there's no way. I mean, long after I'm gone, all this stuff is still gonna be around. Like I have so much to last me like 4 lifetimes. So I think it's important to not go overboard. Like, you know, I know it's hard. But there's something also to be said for going overboard, because then you figure out what really works for you and what doesn't too.
Can you say that again? Because I feel like, me knowing the type of person I am, I just need to hear that, because now I have someone to agree with. Like when people say, Darian, do you think you go a little bit overboard? No, because I'm just figuring out what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are more of the simple person, and think about too, like, how did you plan before? So I was always a big sticky person. I was always, no matter, even if I have a daily planner, not everything goes into the daily. I'm always using stickies. So there was a time where I was forcing myself, I'm not going to use stickies. I'm just going to use a planner. Well, it doesn't work that way. My natural tendency is still to use sticky notes. So do what makes you happy. Use the sticky notes.
Use the sticky notes. I love that. Oh, okay. You have a quick question. Shonda asks, she's a planner newbie. What do you use your stencil for? And can you actually show your stencil, the one that you use? Ta-da!
Ta-da! Well, really, the stencil that I use the most really is this square with all the little boxes. That is for the checklist. I got this idea originally from Jen Crowder from Happy Place Planning. She was the original stencil queen that I can recall. She has an Etsy shop, or she had an Etsy shop. And she would make stencils from laminate or whatever the material is. So I still have her original stencil, but it's so old now, it's like all warped. But and then EC came out with this stencil. Well, there was another stencil, and then this one came out afterwards. The other original one was a little bit bigger, and they had rounder corners. But Jen Crowder was the person that originally turned me on into stenciling my check boxes, and it looks so uniform and just so put together, and it makes me happy. Plus, if I don't have stickers, and yes, Kat, I did not say stickers, because I could only pick 5 things. I could always create a spread. Like I could always do I could do a sticker out of this, like a sticker. I actually, when this first came out, I think I did a whole spread on my Instagram, and maybe was it last summer or maybe the summer before, where I did a mock spread of all the different stickers that you can make with a stencil. Yes, Shonda. Yes.
I love that.
Stencil.
I love that. Like, I feel like that's something I don't do often that I feel like I want to try more, like using the stencil and like being more creative, even like with the my outliners and the new like markers and highlighters that come out. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So a lot of people said they've got a lot from the home edit. Kat says she's learned that you loved her and she feels super cool. Yes, Kat. Yes, Kat.
Love you, Kat.
Oh my goodness. Saray, thank you so much for joining me.
What time is it?
I know. I can't believe it's been an hour already. And I want to be mindful of people's time because I know there's there's the debate going on tonight.
Yes.
So yes, y'all remember to vote. Go vote. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Saray, thank you. Thank you. This was just so much fun. I was like, I can't wait to planner geek out with you.
Yes, absolutely. It was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you everybody for joining. It was a blast. It's great to see so many familiar faces and get to chat and hang out.
Yes, yes. Well, y'all, if you are not already, make sure you stay subscribed because next week we're going to have another guest on, y'all, and I can't wait for y'all to meet her. She's awesome. I'm going to give you a hint, and normally I don't do hints, but I've decided that I might start giving hints. This person is big on memory planning. Have fun trying to figure out who. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.